Okay, but yeah, it's been a bizarre week, and Melania Trump just came out and did a press conference recently, and trigger warning, it's a little frustrating. We're gonna go through it together before I actually start to talk about it, but but yeah, just trigger warning. It might piss you off. It kind of pisses me off. If you haven't seen it yet, you might have already seen it. But anyways, we're gonna watch it together if you haven't. So here we go. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear it okay. Let me turn that just a little bit.
Good afternoon. The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today.
First of all, just so you know, to my knowledge, I don't think she makes clear like what lies she's specifically talking about. I personally haven't heard any lies or anything bad said about her. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody has heard? In fact, I've only heard her in kind of like maybe like I don't know, like indirectly involved. Like maybe some emails were spoken about her, things were said about her. That's all I've heard about her. But, anyways, maybe she clarifies more.
Individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect.
Ethical standards? Like, I see. Okay, never mind. Maybe I just need to continue. Maybe she's talking about, is there professionals out there saying stuff about her? I need to just, let's listen.
I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach.
Yeah, that's the point. Like, you just kind of made everyone's point. These social circles overlap. So, obviously, oh my God. This is a little bit more damning than I think you realize, Melania Trump, because you're just like confirming that, like, they overlap. So, therefore, I mean, how. Have you seen some of the debauched things that him and these people that that you still associate with talk about? I don't think she quite maybe she doesn't know. I think she's in the same echo chamber that her husband is in. It's quite unfortunate, but let's finish. Let's hear Melania out. Maybe she makes more sense of all this.
To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence.
Yeah, but who is trying to categorize it as something other than that? I haven't heard anybody say that. And actually, I haven't heard anybody imply that you and Jeffrey Epstein were friends. To be honest, if anyone were to imply anything, it would be that maybe you were one of his girls or something. Definitely not that you were friends. So I'm not really sure where that's coming from. Is this an admission of guilt? But let's hear her out.
My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998.
Girl, you just got done saying that these social circles overlapped in New York City and in Florida. So how is it that you met completely by chance? That doesn't even add up. That doesn't even add up. You just got done saying that you all ran in the same... Anyway.
This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't know who exactly it said that you did know him prior to that time. I'm not really sure uh anyone noteworthy saying that. So I really don't know who she's talking about here, because I know her and her husband don't like to, like do watch anything other than what's on the mainstream news, and I don't watch the mainstream news, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't heard anybody say anything of the sort. So I'm not really sure who exactly she's referring to and what lies are going on. Is this just coming out of her head? Is she accidentally just admitting stuff inadvertently? I don't know. Let's listen.
Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now. Be cautious about what you believe. These images and stories are completely false.
What? Which images? You see, you can't just say that, because not all images are fake. AI, yeah, if you're talking about AI, that's one thing. There are some pretty crazy dumb photos out there. And I'm not condoning that or going to get into that. But she's not talking about that. She's talking about photos from years ago. That's what she just got done saying. So, like, not all of them are fake, Melania. I mean, you need to be a little more specific. Now, you can say that just because we were photographed in the same parties and stuff together doesn't necessarily mean anything. You could say that would make more sense. But you're not even showing us which photos you're talking about. I've only ever seen like innocent photos of like you and Donald Trump with Epstein. So I have no idea what photos she is referring to. Unless there's photos about to come out.
I'm not a witness or a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI interviews surrounding the Epstein matter.
Huh? Like, what is she talking? Oh my God. What is she talking about? Who has said this? Literally, no one that I know of has said any of this nonsense. What in the literal F, is she talking about?
I have never had any knowledge of Epstein abuse of his victims.
Girl, stop. Stop. You just got done saying your social circles and his social circles overlap. And you mean to tell, and you were also a model. So you mean to tell me you had no idea that none of this stuff was going on at all? I don't believe it, but anyway.
I was never involved in any capacity. I was not a participant.
Wait a minute. You just got. Oh my God. You can't have it both ways, Melania. First, you said you had no knowledge nor awareness, and now you're saying I wasn't involved in it and I wasn't a participant in it. So, I mean, was it going on or was it not? Like, what?
Never on Epstein's plane and never visited his private island.
No one said you did.
I have never been legally accused or convinced of a crime in connection with Epstein's sex trafficking, abuse of minors, and other repulsive behavior.
Oh my God. Literally, no one has said this. And the fact that she feels the need to come out and say this is extra creepy, and it makes me wonder if there are things that are about to surface and bubble up. I'm sorry, but this is really weird and strange. Like, a lot of these bad guys have been coming out and telling on themselves without even meaning to. Is Melania doing that? I'm not insinuating it, because I never personally thought anything of Melania. You know what I mean? I really didn't. I didn't really feel one way or the other about her, but now I'm starting to side eye her, because literally I haven't heard anyone accuse any of this. And the fact that she's bringing it up is, now I'm starting to wonder, you know what I mean?
The false smears about me from mean-spirited and politically motivated individuals and entities looking to cause damage to my good name, to gain financially and climb politically, must stop.
Okay, like I said, I don't know who she's talking about and what mainstream media she's going on about. I haven't heard or seen anything. And that's the thing, Melania. I probably wouldn't have until you just came out and said it. Like, anyway.
My attorneys and I have fought these unfound and baseless lies with success and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me, such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins UK.
I,
Now is the
I must have missed all that. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying they're nobodies. I mean, I've heard of them, but like some of them at least, but like I haven't heard the stories that she's specifically referring to. So, I mean, like I said, and I don't really care to either way, but like the fact that she needs to come out here and just like randomly say all this stuff and not give specific photos or whatnot that she says have been out for years but aren't, she's not necessarily saying that they're not real, but she's saying be careful what you believe, as if like don't believe your own eyes. It's all very confusing. I'm very confused, Melania. Consider me confused.
time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone.
Well,
Several
bombshell. Wait a minute, girl. Didn't you just say you didn't know and you weren't aware of any of this? Now you're saying he didn't act alone? What is she talking?
prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on
Probably the only thing so far I've agreed with. Okay. But why are you talking to the public about that? Shouldn't you be directing all this to the people who can actually be transparent about it? I don't know.
Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give
Okay, and that's what everyone I think is upset about. And if they're not, okay, that's really cruel, Melania. First of all, they've already talked to Congress about all this. They've done their part. More than enough. They talked to police, they talked to FBI, they talked to Congress, they talked to all these people. You know what I mean? Why are they the only ones continually being dragged out in the public like circus animals for everyone's political gain and theater? Why should they have to keep doing this? You know what I mean? Why should First of all, second of all, why should anyone still be going to Congress? Where's the FBI? Why isn't the FBI investigating any of this? Why isn't the FBI or anybody? Like, they literally just Todd Blanche. Like, why are you directing all this towards the victims and everyone else? It almost seems and feels like a humiliation ritual. That's the problem. Because haven't they been through enough, Melania? Haven't they been through enough?
these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman.
Yeah, and we saw how well that worked for everyone. You know what I mean? That's not what they need, girl. They need to be, these pedophiles need to be arrested. That's what needs to happen, okay? These perverts and these elite pedophiles who are running these rings need to be arrested. Like, I mean, I don't know what everyone's so confused about. And you're sitting here adding to the confusion.
Should have her day to tell her story in public.
And they have. Have you not been paying attention, Melania? Did you miss all those congressional hearings? Like, what? Keep up. They've already done all that. They have already done all of that. Like, what do you even mean? Tell the DOJ to finish releasing the files. Tell them to start making cases, doing their job. Like, what? This is very frustrating. It's very frustrating. It's like she's calling on everyone but the ones who haven't done their job yet. Like, all the people. The victims have done this to every, oh my God, they've done it for the federal government. They've done it for the police. They did it for Congress. Like, what else do you really, what else is this other than humiliation at this point? Really?
Wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record. Then, and only then, we will have the truth. Thank you.
Like I said, like I said, she would have just been better off just to have said nothing. No offense, Melania. I don't know if you think you were trying to help those girls. If that's the case, you obviously have not been paying attention, because all that literally already happened. That literally already happened. And then you got like people like Anna Paulina Luna out here just basically deciding which victims are credible and which ones aren't. And like it's all become so theatrical and childish and ridiculous, and it's a shame. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, to be honest, just in the wake of everything that's going on, like, you and your husband just seem so unserious, that you seem delusional, deranged, and you both seem like you're part of the Epstein class. So, you know what I mean? I don't even know who could possibly accuse you of being a victim anymore at this point. Maybe you were at some point, maybe you weren't, but like, you definitely aren't now. I mean, you're part of that class. You're part of that group now, that elite club, inner circle. I hope you guys enjoy it, really, at the humanity's expense. I really hope you enjoy it, because it's like, mm. But let's not get off topic. Let's stick with what we're talking about here. And I'm not the only one who thinks that way. The Epstein survivors feel that way too towards her statement. A lot of them have criticized it and were, kind of offended and hurt, because like I just said, a lot of them already have done just that. They've came and given congressional testimony, and so like, they talked to the feds. They've done all these things. They've literally done all this. Like, what else is it at this point other than simple humiliation and political theater? That's really what it's become. And it's really sad, because there's people, who were talking about all this before it became political nonsense. And it's sad. I mean, and they just, how can you expect them to have any value for these victims, though, when they don't have value for human life at all? They literally have shown that they have zero value whatsoever for human life, period. I mean, look what Donald Trump just literally got done saying about the Iranians. The Iranians don't seem to realize they have no cards other than a short-term extortion of the world by using international waterways. The only reason they are alive today is to negotiate, basically saying that their lives are only worth what he can gain from their lives. It's sick and deranged. It is so deranged and criminal what is going on. And listen, a lot of people, and I just wanted to finish off this episode by saying, be careful when you're using, even Grok isn't trustworthy. None of these AI machines are trustworthy. And I'm going to show an example of what I mean. They're very biased toward certain groups and individuals. And I'm just going to give an example. Here's the first example. When you ask Grok a simple question, I know it's a sensitive topic, so I'm just going to allow you to read it. I'm not going to say any of this out loud, because like I said, I've had videos taken down for saying this stuff out loud. So, but anyways, basically you see the question, you see what it says, and you see Grok's answer, right? Straight up. Like, in fact, it only took it 1 second to give this answer, because it is such established history that it's nonsense to even say that that's not what happened, right? And I agree. That is a true statement that Grok gives here. It's true. What Grok is saying in this question, it's true. And it's been recorded historically. Okay? And it only took it 1 second to figure that out. Now, when you ask Grok, when you ask Grok a similar question, but about a different community of people and what's going on now, it gives a different answer. And it gives like 89 sources to say that no, this is not happening to this group of people. So then I thought to myself, well, you know what? Maybe I just worded it wrong, because there is supposed to be this alleged ceasefire between these two groups. So I will word my question towards Grok a little bit better to see if, I can get a more clear answer. And I asked, instead of the way I worded it then, I said, did they attempt this to this group of people after October, that notorious date? And it took it 38 seconds to give me an answer. I mean, Grok was really crunching hard. I've never seen it work so hard and take so long to answer a question like that. That should be a pretty simple answer. And it still gave me a very biased, vague, wordy answer that's a load of bullcrap. So I just wanted to give that example. Be very wary of Grok. It is definitely trying to mislead you depending on the question. Some things are true. You can ask it some questions and it's going to give you a straight up true answer. But like certain issues, Grok can be very biased and mislead you very quickly. So just be careful of that. And I'm not even necessarily blaming Elon Musk. It's not even necessarily his fault. But like the powers that be are not going to take chances. You know what I mean? They're not going to take the chance of an AI machine actually giving accurate statements about history, especially about things like that. So, anyways, I'm going to leave that topic at that for today, because you all know what's going on. It's crazy out there. Just wherever you are, stay safe. You know what I mean? And just, I don't know. I don't even know really what to say other than remember the most important thing is the next generation, the children. Just do what you can to keep them safe and keep talking about this stuff. I don't know what else to say. I've been on break a while. I'm not necessarily back from break. I can't post as much as I used to, because I got to take breaks from it. It's hard. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's just hard. These types of stories are hard, but they're important. We got to talk about this. We've got to. It's not being spoken about enough. I mean, until people are actively trying to keep kids safe, we can't stop talking about it. But anyways, I hope you all have a good day.